Welcome and greetings to ruralvacantland.com, where we have easy, cheap land priced 50 to 80% below the competition. Today I'm putting up for sale two different lots. One's 20 acres, another's 18.9 acres. And let's go to Google Earth to show you where these are at. So these are where the lots are. I'm calling them the Turtle Mountain lots because they're next to the Turtle Mountain Wilderness area. But they're also close to Lake Havasu. If we zoom in some, this is Lake Havasu. These are the properties. You drive around the mountain, and you can go to the Arizona side to the city or the California side, and launch into the river from there. So let's keep zooming in. So both of these properties, they're not next to each other, but they're on Cadiz Road. So Cadiz Road comes off of the Route 62 here to the south. There's a major water aqueduct, California aqueduct, that runs through this valley. There's an old dry lake bed. But this mountain range to the side here, the Turtle Mountains, is all Bureau Land Management land. And that's nice. It's not like National Preserve where you can't shoot your guns. I mean, they invite you to come here and go camping and go hunting and off-roading and use this land like it's yours style use. But it's government land, so you don't have to pay taxes on it. So we take a look at these mountains. I'll show you the area. Both of these properties are right along the road. We'll get to that, but let's look at the area a little bit. Let's take a tour of the area. So these are the mountains. This is where you can go hiking and wildlife viewing. Here there's bighorn sheep and all kinds of lizards and rabbits. There's a couple wells in the mountains and some springs. To the south you've got the aqueduct, so I think lots of life would probably live off of the aqueduct, whether it's birds like doves or deer going down to take a drink. Adding water to the desert just creates wildlife. I think this mountain range would be a good place for a lot of them to hide or retreat to. So let's go zoom into the properties. So that's one of the peaks. There's a couple peaks in the properties. So this is the 20-acre parcel. I'm asking $4,900 for this one. It's right on the side of Cadiz Road, so you can drive right up to it. It's dirt road, Cadiz, Cadiz Road. And it's a square like this. I'll show you on another map what the lines look like. The other one's 18.9 acres, and it's a little further north up the road. It's on the other side. There's an old railroad track here. So Cadiz Road, and there's a wash that goes under the track, and there's a bridge, and it looks like there's some two tracks in there, like people drive through it. I've never been to these properties, so I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming you could drive through here. And then the property is a big square over here, 18.9 acres. Again, we'll look at some other maps to see the area, but maybe we can zoom out a little bit more and find some pictures in this area before we move on. See if some other people took some pictures. This is one of the wells. There's a bunch of maps of these mountains that show you the different wells and springs. But here's the road entrance, private right-of-way road. Here's some pictures of the California aqueduct, some people playing in the desert. This is the kind of volume of water that runs through this area. There's a pumping station the other side of the valley, so it's downhill, 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 and then there's a pumping station that takes it back up, and I don't know where it goes from there. Let's just look at a couple other pictures. Here's the road. Here's some signs just showing you how far it is to everything. A lot of people have taken pictures of that one. You get the idea. We'll see some other pictures of this area in a sec. Let's go to the internet. So, looking at comparables, what else is selling for $4,900 for a 20 or $4,500 for 18.9 acres. I was looking at Barstow, California. Thinking about it, maybe I should be looking at Needles. We'll check Needles next. So if I sort by price, low to high, and I take the 10 to 50 acre properties, you've got a couple other properties that I have for sale, 20 acre properties at the same price, $4,900. You can go look at them and compare if they're still available. But the other ones that aren't my properties for sale, the cheapest thing out there in the Barstow region's $10,000 for a 20. It kicks up from there, 15,000, 20,000, and it just goes up. If I put Needles in here, just bear with me. We'll get the other half or the other side of San Bernardino County. I'm going to sort it from price. Oops, that's high to low. I want price low to high. And I want 1150 acres. The cheapest that comes up is this property that I'm selling this video is about, 18.9 acres for $4,500. This is the cheapest one out there. This is my picture. This is me. The next cheapest one is 20 acres for $5,950. That one must have just shown up. That's a cheap looking one too. Mine are still cheaper, but that's a darn cheap one. Then 8 something and goes on up from there. If we do the county, the cheapest in the county, San Bernardino County, and cover the whole county. Same thing, 10 to 50 acres, price low to high. You got this property that this video's about, and you've got other properties of mine. This is me. I'm the cheapest in the county. Cheapest one. And then you get $5,000 in Apple Valley, 20,000 or 20 acres for $6,000. So these Land Century guys keep lowering their prices. But before I put my ads in there, they were asking $10,000 kinds of prices for their lots that they're trying to sell. I'm still the cheapest ones out there. So I want to show you the Turtle Mountains. These mountains that are next to these properties, this is what I'm excited about. Maybe I can make this a little bigger. This is a Turtle Mountain wilderness area. This is Bureau Land Management. There's bushes in here. There's different color rocks. There's reds. There's grays. There's browns. There's a bunch of different color rocks in these Turtle Mountains. I mean, just looking at these pictures, I'll show you some more pictures. Makes me want to jump in the car and go over here, go for a tour. Whether you're interested in a property or not, put Turtle Mountains on your hit list as a place to go hiking. They talk about this, 30 miles southeast of Needles, etc. Just north of Highway 62. Gotta look up some maps. They've got maps of the wilderness area and different maps of it. Saying this is 177,000 acres. This Turtle Mountains wilderness area, and scenic landscape. Area ranges from broad, all over the place, volcanic peaks and cliffs, and they're colorful mountains. They vary from deep reds, browns, tans, grays to black. Talking about a couple of the peaks in there and just some of the history and stuff about it. Camping is permitted. You can go hunting, fishing, and non-commercial trapping are allowed under state and local laws. Pets are allowed, but please keep your pets under control at all times. Horses are permitted. However, you may be required to carry your own feed. So you can go horseback riding here, you can go hunting here, and I think it said off-roading too somewhere. I thought I saw you can, you got to be careful in some places, but basically you can go off-roading. If you go to wilderness.net, you can see all the wilderness areas like Bureau Land Management or state or federal or whatever. I like looking at that site. So I pulled it up on this one, and you got Cadiz Road here. This is the 62 they're talking about. This wilderness area is just north of 62. Here's the Turtle Mountains wilderness area. The properties that are for sale are right along this road that I'm selling. And then if you go up the mountains, the mountains you're looking at from these properties, you're either looking at Iron Mountain, to the west are the Turtle Mountains to the east, and these Turtle Mountains are a lot higher, bigger, much more of a feature in the landscape. But there's green patches in some of these valleys, where some of the springs are coming out of this mountain. And if you go hiking in these things, I think you can get back in there and see what kind of wildlife's going on. This is open hunting ground. You can access it from a couple different ways, or use your four-wheeler, your truck, your hiking boots, whatever it takes, your mule, and get in there and explore these things. Because look at this. I looked this up on the internet. Here's pictures people have taken from the Turtle Mountains. I mean, look at these cactuses. Look at these flowers. I mean, look at the bush, the green, the scenery. Does everybody go there in the spring, or is there just some green in these mountains? This is, I think, the other side. There's some distinctive peaks that people like to take pictures of. But that gives you an idea of what these mountains look like. There's some guys motorbiking around. So let's move on. Where are these properties? So here's some lot lines. I was talking about showing you lot lines. This is the 20 in the south, and it's got the road going right through it. I also wanted to zoom out to where this road meets the 62. I think you can see it on if my computer will keep up with me. You go on the road, you can get a street view. See if this works. Here's Highway 62. This gives you a view of the area. Yeah, there's a train track that goes along the highway. So, of course, it shows a picture of that. But this is the kind of scenery down at the bottom of the valley. And the property would be, up the hill to the north. But, it's these big, wide open areas in all directions. You can jump on your dirt bike and just drive. So I was going to show you where the Cadiz road turns off, but I don't want to waste your time. Let's keep going on. You can do that on your own. So if you do Google Maps and you look for directions of where this property is located, the closest much of anything with a real name, noticeable name, is Needles, California. And there you can go to Denny's and restaurants and grocery stores and all kinds of supplies. It's 78 miles away. I'd rather go to Lake Havasu because it's on the Arizona side. You don't have to pay California taxes. There they've got a Walmart and a Home Depot, and the supply is to go build something and make something happen over here, and it's 85 miles away. They've also got water sports. You can go swimming, boating, fishing, hunting. If you like duck hunting. Lake Havasu is known for the recreation. I mean, this lake is sought after. People come from Phoenix, they come from Los Angeles, they come from San Diego, they come from Las Vegas, they come from all over the place to go to Lake Havasu. The parties are known for being off the hook and unbelievable. People, pack their boats into areas like this. There's just boats on boats on boats when it's going off. Maybe I can get some pictures of that. I mean, look at these crowds, like spring break kind of action. When it's cloudy at the coast, it's sunny by the river, the water's nice, and people pile in here and they have fun. They go take advantage of it. And it's big enough that if you want to get away from them, there's all kinds of little nooks and crannies. You can drive your boat off in the distance and hide off in the crannies and go fishing in peace. It's a big body of water. A lot of aspects to it. Girls, topless girls, sunbathing girls, guys with big macho boats. It's a lot of fun. So taxes on these properties, went to the tax site, $14.30 for, I think, the 18-acre one. I might have these two mixed up, but $14 on one, $19 on the other is due in April 11th. Those are the next taxes that are due. Those are twice a year, so 30 or $40 a year in taxes on these things. If you go to my website, ruralvacantland.com, you can check out there. You can buy these properties. You can use a credit card or debit card, just pay online, check out, and start using the property the same day. Or If these aren't the right properties for you, but the right idea, sign up, subscribe. You can go to my website and put your email address and name in there, and I'll send you updates as more properties come along. So I keep coming up with the cheapest properties in the area, and maybe another one will perk your interest. Or maybe you want to buy a couple of them. So hopefully, you like these properties, one or both, or you want to go after them, and you go to my website and you check out, answer the questions, what you want the deed recorded into, your name, your title, and that kind of information is collected at checkout, and I can do all the paperwork, pay all the fees, just the asking price of $4,900 for the 20-acre one, or $4,500 for the 18.9-acre one, and that's it. I'll take care of everything else. I'll get it into your name, and make sure you're happy. Thank you for listening. Hope to talk to you soon.